Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Seriously. I want to talk about something I think should be thought about with everybody who has a child, who has a stake in America. I want to title this "The Man with the Money." Okay, you've created a system that actually benefits the man with the money above everyone else. For instance, let's take the school system. You created a school system to give your children a leg up at basic public education. Now let's introduce the man with the money. The man with the money realizes that if the children have a good education, they have sense enough to make themselves rich enough to compete against him. So you know what the man with the money does? He bribes the school board. Oh my. Then the school board puts in a core curriculum and makes your children drones, idiots, morons, flunkies, not even care. Hell. Moving on, these same children graduate from, high school and can't even tie their shoelaces, can't even feed and clothe themselves. If the federal government doesn't keep giving them money, these guys would be, hey buddy, I'll have sex with you for $1. Yeah. That's what happens when you let a system centralize your education system. You have a man with money who doesn't want your education system to flourish, bribing your elected officials to make sure it doesn't flourish. Let's go to the court system. We have courts to protect us from, criminals. The man with the money isn't actually a criminal. He actually got his money the old-fashioned way. That's just one problem. If there aren't criminals, the man with the money doesn't make as much money as he could, seeing the man with the money, when he got the money, started bribing prisons. So you know what the man with the money did? He bribed the court systems. He threw a couple dollars at them judges. They started locking up people's children left and right like it was going out of style. They've caught a couple of guys who have actually been selling people's children to the prison system for big bucks. But see, the man with the money has his own problems in the court too. It's called, do I bribe the jury or do I bribe the judge? Do I bribe? And if the judge can be bribed, do I bribe the court reporter or do I bribe the prosecutor? Or maybe the man with the money realizes if he doesn't want to have to put up with the court system, just contribute a little money to the district attorney's campaign fund and say, make this go away, I'm not giving you any more money, you little leech. And then the man with the money wins again. A centralized system benefits the man with the money. Do you know why? Because the man with the money is going to bribe everybody into upping everything that's supposed to be looking out for the moment they start getting dollars. You want to know what the man with the money does better than anything? He bribes a president. A president is the greatest leader in all the free world until somebody with money comes and tells him to be a bitch. You know what that president does after the man with the money contributes hundreds of millions of dollars to his campaign? I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do. Yeah, I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do. Just keep giving me money and I'll do what you tell me to do. I don't care if it's war in a whole other country, killing innocent people, women, children, dogs, cat, bugs. Hell, I'll step on a deer. I'll step on an ant. I'll shoot a baby. Give me enough money. The president really will do this. If man of money gives him enough money, I'll kill a baby. I'll kill a baby on national TV and say it didn't happen. Our president's actually killed a couple babies. He hasn't done it by his own hand, but he's made sure that those babies got killed. That's one thing for sure. I actually have a lot of respect for the man with the money. The man with the money actually didn't say he wasn't a crook. He said he's going to pay to make sure you never prove he's a crook in a court of law. And he's going to bribe whatever means you have to do. But you know, there's something the man with the money does that I don't like. He puts the people who don't have money against each other. Poor people fighting against poor people. Do you know why they're fighting against poor people? They're poor and they think it's another poor person's fault they don't have any damn money. That's so irresponsible. You know what the man with the money does? He prints our money for us. He's actually in charge of printing our money. He got tired of having to bribe us, so he decided he'd make up fake paper to give to us, so we'd fight and argue and kill each other over it, even though it's worthless. It's useless. The man with the money made sure that the gold standard was removed a long time ago. The man with the money gave us worthless paper and took all of our gold. Damn, he's good. Speaking of Overwatch, let's talk more about our centralized system. We have a centralized system. What I believe is the proper response. We have a centralized system is when it fails one person, it fails every person, which it actually does. Because the one person that fails usually will come to your doorstep and murder you and everyone in your house if he doesn't get something to eat, or if he doesn't get the money for the drugs he wants, which the man with the money makes a whole lot of money off of, making sure the drugs stay illegal, by bribing the crime commission. Yeah, it's just a matter of the fact that I'm not going to, in this day and age, I'm not seeing anybody in the government who won't take this man's money. They'll take his man's money and they'll perform oral sex on this man. We got elected officials that will perform oral sex with the right amount of money and do it on national TV. Forgive me for saying this so bluntly, but that's exactly how it is. Then we hear about these Bilderberger people, the people who have all the money. The only reason they got all the money is because they were smart enough to bribe everybody in the centralized system to attack the people who actually were benefiting from the system, or believing they were benefiting from the system, and trick them into believing that. Now, considering this is how it is, let's talk about this. You're telling me we created a centralized system to help all mankind, and then the truth of the matter was, it doesn't help mankind. It helps the man with the money. We lose our jobs, the man with the money gets rich. We keep our jobs, the man with the money gets rich. It's only a difference of how rich the man with the money is going to get. And one thing we should learn, people, greed is not intelligence. You never mistake greed for intelligence. It's stupid. You have more than the other guy, so what? You get fat. He doesn't. You end up having a heart attack. He doesn't. How do you figure that to be a good thing? Now, moving on. I am impressed with how easy it is to manipulate this system. All you gotta do is just bribe people. You don't want to. You don't want to follow the rules and regulations? Bribe a regulator. You don't want to pay bills? Bribe an IRS agent. If you don't want to follow a law ever again in the United States of America, bribe a president. This is such a beautiful thing. Bribery, corruption, and all-out antics. Our current debt per person is astronomically well over $140,000 per person. But the problem is, some of these people haven't even been born yet and actually owe $140,000. How does a baby who's never been born and never worked a job owe $140,000? I'll tell you. The man with the money said, "You owe me money. Give me money or I'm going to hurt you bad." And then we got the same. How you going to hurt us? You already got all the money. I won't let you play with a little bit of the money that I'm going to throw back at you that I'm not going to need for my own table. So the man with the money says, "No, no, no. I will throw a crumb at you. I'll throw a little bit of crumb at you off my table. In exchange, you do what I want. So, you have to offer up your children as sacrifices to the man with the money." Yeah. If you don't give your children up as sacrifices to the man with the money is not going to let you have anything else. You will not get any more money to buy things you don't need. Now, let's wrap this episode up seriously. It's a special report. It's called The Man with the Money. And the man with the money is a jerk. True. But he has all the money. And when you have all the money, you can be a jerk. You can do what the hell you want. You're a jerk. And being a jerk, man with the money needs a very sophisticated security team. Because if we find out who the man with the money is, we're going to be waiting for him outside in the parking lot with pitchforks and fire torches. Yeah. And another thing, the police have stopped being so in love with the man with the money. He's robbing them too, for crying out loud. You actually have a job. What about the people who don't have jobs? He's robbing us all the same. Crying out loud. Now this is episode Seriously, signing off.